Hi guys, welcome. Peter Lodge is my name. I make websites for companies, I make websites for organizations, I make websites for NGOs and businesses. If you have projects and you need a website, please get in touch. And on the sides, I make YouTube videos for people, for us, to help us learn and help us get knowledge on the stock market. A number of people have asked me, should I invest in the stock market or should I open a business? And so the topic for today, I'll be comparing the stock market and I'll be comparing businesses. Which one should you go for as a young man? Which one should you go for as a young person? I would say you can go for both. But for me personally, I'm rooting for the stock market. Why? Unlike a business, which requires you to have an office, which requires you to have a license, which requires you to have permits and have dues and pay dues, the stock market does not require you to have a license. The stock market does not require you to have a business location. The stock market does not require you to pay dues every few months or every year. The stock market is very easy to start. You just need a little capital and you are good to go. You can start with 10,000 shillings, you can start with 20,000 shillings, 100,000 shillings, you are easy to go. You can even start with 1,000 shillings. I tell people, begin now. Begin with what you have. If you can invest 1,000 shillings, the better. But the aim is grow the money over time. Be investing regularly, be investing over time. You can decide to save 5,000 every month, 10,000 every month, 20,000 every month. Grow the money over time. Again, the stock market does not require you to have an office. Having an office in Nairobi town can be very expensive. You can pay 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 every month, and you are not sure that you will make sales. But in the stock market, you will be sure to make sales. You will be sure to buy stocks, you will be sure to sell stocks, and you don't need to pay rent. You don't need to pay permits. You don't need to pay worker. In fact, the business is very expensive. You must have employees. Stock market, you don't need an employee. You can just operate it from your phone and you are ready to go. No need for employees. No need to pay NHIF. No need to pay for their medical insurance. No need to pay for their pensions. Business is very expensive to run. The stock market is very easy and you do it passively. The other thing, with business, there's one major hurdle that businesses face in Kenya. And this major hurdle that businesses face in Kenya, especially if you are doing big business and you are working together with counties or you are working together with government or government agencies or parastatals, is the issue of pending bills. Pending bills is a very big problem in our country. Those who work with counties, governments, those who work with government agencies, they know this problem. You can supply goods or services to the government and they take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they have not paid. The issue of pending bills is a big issue in our government. And in the stock market, you don't have such problems. Businessmen suffer due to the issue of pending bills. And so if you are a beginner investor, and you are wondering, should you invest in a business or should you invest in the stock market? My advice for you is one, go the stock market way. There's a learning curve that you have to do, but you don't have to run around chasing employees. You don't have to run around paying bills. You don't have to run around chasing clients and wondering when they'll pay you. Personally, I've struggled a lot trying to run around and get money from previous clients that I've worked with. You do for a job for given a client, and the client wants to take a year to pay you. The client wants to take 2 years to pay you. In the 2 years that you are waiting to be paid, how are you paying your bills? How are you paying your workers? How are you paying your rent? How are you paying affording some of these basics? How are you even buying food? Running a business can be very expensive, and so I invite you to try your hand in the stock market. For you know what? the stock market goes up and goes down. When it goes up, you make your profits. And again, the stock market doesn't have challenges like Corona. The businesses, like the travel industry, Corona came and ground the travel industry to a halt. Planes were grounded to a halt. Planes are not moving. Countries have closed their borders. They don't want you. But what of the stock market? The stock market is always open. It's always open in Kenya. There's no single day the stock market has closed because of Corona. Be it in Kenya or abroad. The New York Stock Exchange is always open and operational. London Stock Exchange is always open and operational. Japan Stock Exchange, Nikkei, is always open and operational. The stock market is not affected by the challenges we have, like the pandemics, the Corona. We don't have them. And again, businesses have a lot of challenges. You have to spend money on branding. You have to spend money on marketing. There's nothing like that in the stock market. In the stock market, you just invest your money, and then given after a period of time, the money grows. You can invest 100,000. After a period of time, the money grows. Take, for example, those who invested in the Safaricom IPO when it was 5 shillings, some 12 years back. Today, as I'm speaking to you, Safaricom share that was 5 shillings some 12 years back is 33 shillings today. So the money has grown over time. And you don't have to do anything. Actually, you make money in your sleep. This is my advice to you. Invest in the stock market. But if you can both invest in the stock market and in business, good. Please share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. Give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.